Hi, this is Dave with DK Cattle Company. Today I want to make a quick video talking about my personal biggest waste of money when starting my cattle company. So just to jump right into it, starting out, the biggest expense and also what I think is the biggest waste of money that I had was my fencing. I went with woven wire fencing with a barbed wire strand on top, and I did 6-inch rounds every 16 feet. And I also did at every ending and every gate and the corners, we did just, instead of like an H brace, we did, I cut them at an angle and then have them angled into the corners. I'll show that in the video. So these are my gates. We have 9 12-foot economy scratch and dent gates. They're like $100 a piece. So we did save some money on these, and I'm very happy with them, and I'm glad that I went with the cheaper gates. We haven't had any problems with them yet. Obviously, they've only been up for a little over a year now, but they've been great so far. But I'll show you kind of how my fencing is set up. And like I said, what I would do if I did it again to kind of save money. So you can see we have the post and then a brace down, and then the fencing here, and then the woven wire on top. The fencing is pretty tight, but it's not like crazy tight. I can push on it a little bit, but I can't, like, you know, push it a lot. My focus wasn't to have the tightest woven wire in the world, but just to have a nice flat fence, obviously, because people will say like, oh, you should have H braces with a wire and stuff, and then that way it's perfect all the time. I really wasn't looking for that. I was trying to put something up the good that will last a long time and then move on. So this is what I was talking about as far as like if I did an acre and then space out the posts more. The posts were like, I think $15 a piece or something like that. At 16-foot spacing, I really could have stretched that to probably like 24 feet because we're so flat out here, and that would have saved a good amount of money over the distance of a fence. And then this is what our corners look like. So just to give you an idea of that. So all that fencing, we did 3 acres into roughly 1 acre pastures. All that fencing cost me about $12,000 to put in myself. It would have been much more to have somebody do it for me. What I wish I would have done with that money instead is fenced in an acre roughly the same way. I probably would have increased my spacing on the posts. The fence is overbuilt in a lot of ways, which is what I was going for. I wasn't trying to do it as cheap as possible, but I wish I would have just done an acre and then invested $2,000 into a really good mobile fencing setup to do the rest of the stuff. I think it's important to have a good permanent fence just in case, you know, cows get out, your mobile fencing is broken for whatever reason. You kind of need a home base to put them in, and like a situation that you can regroup them if they get out or things of that nature. Like my cows were a big expense, but that's more of an investment because all of my cows, I bought my cows very young to breed. So now that they're older, there's not a cow that I have that isn't worth more money now than when I bought them. So I can at least get the money out of them. Fencing, once it's up, it's done. There's nothing you can really do with it. So I just think of all the other things I could have done with that money. I could have bought more cows or you know, gotten a really good mobile electric setup. That's an expense that I have for this year. So that was my biggest expense and kind of how I would have done it differently now. Please comment down below what your biggest waste of money was starting out, or if you haven't started yet, what you think your biggest expense is going to be starting out. And please like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good day. Bye.